Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers at 24/7. My name is Amanjot and I am here with all of you to discuss that what is the passing criteria for the CIB May-June exam. So today we are going to discuss what is the passing criteria. Before starting the session, do let me know in the live chat section that am I audible to all of you and the PPT is also visible. So those candidates who have joined the session, do let me know is everything okay. Apart from that, do not forget to share the session on your Telegram channels or WhatsApp group wherever your friends or your colleagues are connected to you. Apart from that, if we talk about today's session is totally about the CIB, what is the new pattern and what is the criteria to qualify the CIB exam in the new pattern. In the morning, I have told you that what are the crucial points to cover while you are starting preparing for the CIB, that what you should start preparing from, okay, and what is important so that you will be qualifying the exam in the first attempt, okay. So before starting the session, first of all, those candidates who are watching this session and they have qualified the JAIIB exam this November-December attempt, a very congratulations to all of you. Now do make sure with the after qualifying the JAIIB exam, you start preparing for the CIB, because that is going to helpful for you. Why it is helpful? Because there are certain subjects in the CIB exam which is going to be there, the certain subjects was there in the JAIIB exam which is going to be there in the CIB exam also. So it will be better for you if you qualify the CIB exam in the simultaneous exam, okay. So let's just start the session. Before starting the session, important information for all of you, that if you have not downloaded the 24/7 application yet, do download the application. Here you will find the free study material. Apart from that, you will be getting the 1% additional discount on all the products related to your JIB, CIB or the bank promotion exam. Apart from that, if you have not subscribed the channel Officers at 24/7, then do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you, and you will be getting the notification about the certain sessions which have not planned earlier, not created earlier. You will be getting notification for that also. So these are the offers which are going on right now on the Officers at 24/7, the double validity 81% off going on right now. About these all products, about this all offers, I will be letting you know in the end. But do remember, right now 81% off is going on, double validity is going on. By using the code Y496, you will be capable of enrolling under these particular offers right now. Okay, now let's start with the today's session. So today's session is all about passing criteria with the new syllabus for your CIB May-June 2023. So those candidates who have qualified their JIB exam today, because today was the LRB exam, so those who have got the result, who have qualified the exam, do make sure you are going to give the May-June CIB exam also. Why I am saying so? Because you have already studied one subject in the detail in the JIB, which is going to be there in the CIB also. Apart from that, the pattern has been changed. So whenever the pattern has been changed, the first paper, we have seen in the earlier exams that the first paper with the pattern change always being easy in comparison to upcoming papers. So that will be easy for you to qualify. Now let's understand what to do in the CIB exam. First of all, if we talk about the CIB, this is the pattern change has been done. So there will be 100 questions of different marks. How many questions will be there of 1 mark or 2 mark or 0.5 mark? What will be the criteria of the different marks have not been disclosed yet by the IIBA, but yes, there will be 100 questions, 120 minutes will be given to you, and there will be 25% negative marking. So this is a main concern for maximum candidates, okay. Maximum candidates are thinking that there is a negative marking, so we are not going to give the exam, or they have a doubt that we should go for it or no. So right now, if we talk about the negative marking, that's not going to affect you that much if you have a conceptual clarity and you start early, okay, if you start preparing early. So what you have to do, you have to focus on the conceptual clarity and you have to give the mock test to make sure you are not giving the negative marking. So it is not that much hard which you are thinking and you have set your mind that there is a negative marking, it will be very hard. No, that's not a situation which you have to face. That will be a very easy if you have go through a steps. If you follow certain steps, you will be easily capable of qualifying the exam. So those candidates who have not seen the earlier session of mine which I have took today at 8 AM, do make sure you watch that particular session also after this session ends, because in that particular session I have told you how to start preparing for the CIB exam, Okay, so let's start. What are the important points you should follow while you are preparing? That what I have discussed in the morning session. So do watch that session also. So 120 minutes will be there, 100 questions will be there, 25% negative marking will be there. Apart from that, you can see here, there will maybe some questions on numerical. There will be some numerical questions, because that questions will not be in the form of MCQ. There can be some numerical questions of the CIB subjects, but no options will be provided. It means these are not the MCQ pattern questions. These are not the MCQ pattern questions. The candidate have to type the answer. The candidate have to key the answer. So what you have to do? There will be 100 questions, 120 minutes will be there, negative marking will be there. Apart from that, there questions will be there, some of the numerical questions in the CIB subjects, and those numericals will not be in the form of MCQ that you have to take the answer. No, you have to type the answer. That can be a chances that this can possible in the CIB exam. Okay, apart from that, if I talk about the CIB pattern and the exam subjects, so this is the 4 compulsory subjects. Acha, what used to be the old pattern of the CIB? The old pattern was there that you have to give 2 compulsory papers and 1 elective paper. Now what happened now? This was the old one. This was the old pattern. But now what happened? You have to give 4 compulsory subjects and 1 elective paper will be there. Now this is your new pattern. This is the new pattern. So these are the 4 compulsory subjects which you have to give at the time of CIB exam in the May attempt. Now, why it is not that much tough? Because you have covered 1 or 2 subjects, or we can say a certain part of unlimited subjects already in the JIB. So if I talk about the first 2 subjects, that is advanced bank management, bank financial management. So these 2 are old subjects. They used to be there already in the old pattern. So these 2 are old subjects. The only difference in the ABM has been done that the module A that used to be economics, the module A that used to be economics has been removed. Now the module A economics will not be there in the ABM. It has replaced by the JIB exam. It means the economics will be asked in the JIB now, not in the CIB. So you can see advanced bank management will be same, only the module A economics will be removed from there. Okay. If I talk about the BFM, this is the totally old syllabus which you used to study. That's what you have to again. Like those candidates who have already given the CIB exam, they already studied the bank financial management. So they will be easily capable of qualifying this. Out of this, the financial management you are going to study in the JIB also. You have studied in the JIB also. Apart from that, if I talk about the advanced business and financial management, that is ABFM. So financial management you studied in the JIB but in a very little manner. Okay. So here in the CIB you have to have a in-depth knowledge of the financial management that is required here. After that, if I talk about the banking regulation, this is a new subject. Okay. This is the new subject, and the 4th one is also a new subject. If I talk about the banking regulation and business law, this banking regulation and business law is nothing, just what you have just studied or you have given exam today, that is LRB. So your LRB was removed from the subjects of the JIB. It has been added in the CIB. So LRB subjects you have just qualified or you have just studied about it in the JIB exam. So it will be the one proper paper of your CIB. So these are the 4 compulsory papers in the CIB that you have to give. Out of them, I have told you first and second was old, and the 3rd and 4th one is the new subjects. But in the 3rd subject, you can see financial management is covered, a little bit covered in the JIB. After that, the banking regulation and business law you have already covered in the JIB exam, that will be in the name of LRB subject. Okay, so these are the 4 subjects. These are compulsory subjects in the CIB. Now what are the modules available here? You can see all the 4 subjects have 4 modules. Each subject will have a 4 module which you have to cover in the compulsory paper. So you can understand by yourself also that the paper subjects or the syllabus are very vast. So what you have to do, the first important point is that start early. So start early preparing, because why I am saying start early preparing, because the syllabus will need a certain period of time to complete, and then you need a time to revise also, because the maximum subjects are conceptual subjects and there are theoretical subjects, and in theoretical subjects you have to do multiple revisions. So you have to do a multiple revision after a certain period of time. Okay, now a certain interval you have to make sure that you are making that certain interval and you are revising the concept in that particular interval. Apart from that, if we talk about the advanced bank management, you can see module A will be statistics, B will be HRM, C will be credit management, D will be your compliance in banks and corporates governance that you have to study. This is the old modules which used to be studied in the old syllabus of CIB. Now, if I talk about the bank financial management, this is same which used to be in the old syllabus. International banking, risk management, treasury management, balance sheet management. If I talk about the risk management, a small part of risk management you have covered under PPB subject, but in a very small manner. Like you have studied about what are the risk is there which is exposed in a bank. What type of risk will be there which can be exposed to the bank, and what are the risk management techniques used by the bank. So you have studied about the liquidity coverage ratio, net stable funding ratio, Basel norms. All these things you have covered. These are the risk management techniques of the banks. So a basic part, or I can say a basic introduction, you have covered in the JIB. Now you have to cover in the detail in the CIB, in the bank financial management subject. Okay. If I talk about the third subject, that is advanced business and financial management, you have to cover here the management process, the basic introduction of the management, how management process, then the advanced concepts of financial management, valuation and mergers and acquisition, and the emerging business solutions. So these are the 4 modules of the advanced business and financial management, and this is a new paper. And the fourth one is also a new paper, that is a banking regulation and business law. This is new paper for the CIB, but not for you all, because you have already covered that in the JIB exam. So this is your LRB. Okay, so you have to cover the regulations and compliances, important acts, laws, legal aspects, banking operations, part A. Then you have to cover its part B, then the commercial and other laws with reference to banking operations. So these are the 4 modules of each subject. So each subject of CIB, that is a compulsory subject, have a 4 module. Okay, if I talk about elective paper, as you know that elective paper is also there in the CIB. So these are the options. You have 5 options available in the CIB exam, out of which you have to select 1 paper, and these subjects are rural banking, human resource management, in IT and digital banking, risk management, and central banking. Okay, these are the 5 subjects which you can see here, that these are the out of these elective papers you have to choose one. Okay, so if I talk about retail banking used to be there in the CIB in an elective paper, but now it has been changed. Now there is no retail paper in the CIB, that has been added to the JIB subject. In the JIB they have given a 1 additional subject, that is the retail banking and wealth management. So retail banking has been removed from the elective paper. Okay, so out of this you have to choose one, and all these subjects will have, each subject will have module 4 or 5 modules will be there. So what are the modules here? You can see, first of all, in risk management you have to cover an overview that you have already done in the PPB. Then you have to cover the risk management, credit risk management, operational risk management, market risk, and appendix. These are the 5 modules under the risk management you have to cover. If I talk about the IT and digital banking, introduction to IT, then your applications in banking, information systems and design, and then the information system security controls and audit. So if I talk about the risk management, a certain part of risk management you have covered here. Okay, you have covered in the JIB. Okay, in the JIB you have covered a certain part of the risk management there. Now a certain part of risk management you will cover here also in the bank financial management. So it's not like that elective paper, if you select a risk management, that will be a totally new paper for you. No, you have studied basic in the JIB, you are going to study a certain part of the risk management in the BFM also. Then you can, if you want, you can take as an elective paper risk management. If I talk about the IT digital banking, the third module of JIB, if I talk about the third module of JIB, that was the banking technology, in which we have studied all the technology which is bank is using. So kind of basic introduction you have studied there, and you have to study in detail here that how the banking technology is working. Then if I talk about the central banking, if you look at the modules of the central banking, you will find itself that this is a very simple syllabus. So central banking elective paper is a kind of having a 5 modules, but it's very easy to understand. Like it can be a easiest, not we can say easiest, it depends on your interest and all. But yes, if you study the modules of the central banking, that can be a simply you have to understand about the central bank. What is central bank doing? What are the function? What are the regulation, etc. What RBI is doing? Everything will be covered under the central banking. So you can see rationale and functions of central bank, central banking in India, monetary policy and credit policy, supervision and financial stability, then the non-banking financial company and primary dealer. So all these are, you have studied RBI function, right? When you are studying the PPB, principles and practices of banking. At that time you guys have studied about what? Let's say central bank's function, like RBI works as a banker to the bank, banker to the government of India, lender of last resort, manager of foreign exchange, etc. So lot of functions you have studied about the Reserve Bank of India. Those functions you have to cover in detail, like how RBI is performing that. Like we know the primary dealers were introduced by Reserve Bank of India in 1995. Why RBI has introduced that? Because RBI works as an agent for government of India, and for that purpose RBI perform the selling and purchasing of government security. And for that purpose RBI has introduced the primary dealers. Now how they are working, what is NBFC, why they are regulated by RBI, all these things, or we can say all the functions of the central banking you have to cover in the detail. That's what you have to do. Okay, next if I talk about human resource management, so you have to cover HRM, then building an HR strategy, motivation, training and skill development, then personal management and industrial relation. Then we have an emerging scenario in HRM. So all these are what? All these are your subjects, part of the HRM. HRM is totally a theoretical subject. So you have to read all the things. Now you have to mug up the things. Not the mug up the things. You can't mug up the things, but first understand the concept. Then you have to revise multiple times so that you will not forget the theory. And if I talk about the rural banking, rural India will be there, financial rural development will be there, priority sector, financing and government initiatives will be there, problems and prospects in the rural banking is there. So these are the elective papers, 5 elective papers are there, and they have each will have 4 modules or either 5 modules that you have to cover. Okay, so do check these particular elective subjects, and out of these which particular subjects you have to choose as an elective. That depends on your interest, that depends opportunities in the future you will get in your career, and also in apart from like what you want to know more, like what skills, what knowledge you want to enhance of yours. So that will be the decision you have to take out of these 5 subjects, that which subject will be there useful for you. Okay. Yeah, the total score is Mahesh 150 and you qualified the JIB. See, to qualify the JIB in each subjects at least you have to score 45 and the overall 50%, that is 150. Okay, so you got 150, so you have qualified the JIB. Congratulations. And then start preparing for the CIB. So this is the elective papers, and how to select elective paper I have told you. Okay, now if I talk about what credit will be get, like you are going to give the CIB exam this attempt and you are going to give in the next attempt, or you are planning, or let's say for example a certain subject has not been cleared in that situation, or for example you have given right now a certain 1 or 2 marker were less there, Hana, so what you have to do? So credit will be available for ABM in the advanced bank management. Then BFM will be there because these are the old subject, new subjects will be same. Then risk management, IT, central banking, HRM, rural banking, all these will be available for the credit. Okay, all these subjects credit will be available. Now what is the passing criteria? Now let's come to the main point, that what is the passing criteria, how you can say that you have qualified the CIB exam or not in the May-June attempt. What is the criteria they have given? So this is the criteria. You can see here the minimum marks for pass in each subject will be 50 out of 100. So we know each paper will be of 100 marks, 120 minutes will be given to you. So you have to score 50 marks to qualify the subject. So to qualify each subject you need to have a 50 marks in each subject. Okay, minimum 50 is required. Now the candidate is securing at least 45 marks in each subject with an aggregate of 50% marks in all subjects of the examination in a single attempt will also be declared as having completed the examination. Like what does it mean? If you are giving a paper, if you want to qualify a certain subject, then you need a 50 out of 100. Okay. Now the second condition is there. The second condition is that at least if minimum to qualify the exam, minimum 45 marks are required in each subject. But if you are having a 45 marks in each subject, that's a minimum criteria they have given. But overall you should have 50% score. Overall you should have 50% score. That is required. That 50% should be there. Okay, it means overall 200 score should be there. Let's say you got 45 in one subject, so that it means you should have another, in any other subjects you have to have more extra 5 marks. Like in one ABM you got 45, and all the in ABM you got 45, and BFM you got, let's say, 55, then it will equal your score, है ना? So it depends. Each paper will off of 100 marks, and it means total paper will be of 400. Okay, if we talk about the compulsory paper, so if we talk about that minimum marks you have to achieve here, it's 50. Okay, out of 100 you should have minimum marks to pass each subject is 50. So if you are giving all the subjects you want to qualify in single attempt, if you are giving, let's say, the CIB exam you have given in the May June, you qualified 2 subjects, not the other subjects, let's say for example, then what happened, then you need a 50-50 score in individual subjects, and in the single attempt you want to qualify whole paper, then what the condition, that minimum at least 45 marks should be there in a particular subject. Let's say for example you have ABM, I'm taking 2 examples, ABM, BFM. So here you have 45, and here you get 55 for example, and the total score you get more than 50 plus, or you get 50% more overall score. Of overall score you got 50% or more than 50%, then you have passed the exam. Now in ABM, let's say you got 40 marks, in BFM you got 55 marks, ABM 40, ABM and 55, and the overall score of yours is, let's say, 55%, but still you have not qualified the exam, because there is one condition, and that condition is saying minimum should be 45, but in ABM you got only 40 marks, so you will not be able to qualify the ABM subject, and you will not be able to qualify the overall CIB paper. The other subjects in which you get more than 45, you have qualified that, you will get the credit of that, but you are not capable of saying that you have qualified the CIB until you got in each subject minimum 45 and overall 50% score. So these are the 2 passing criteria they have given under the CIB exam. Okay, that is following, this criteria will be followed from May June 2023. Okay, so this is the criteria. So if you still have any doubt regarding the CIB exam May June attempt, you can ask here in the live chat section. Okay, you can ask, I will be checking your comment and answering that. So this is what I have told you, that there are 4 compulsory paper. You have to give 4 compulsory paper and 1 elective paper. It means total 5 papers will be there in the CIB exam from the May June, and there will be a negative marking. I am not trying to make you fear about the subject, but this is the thing you have to focus on, that 5 subjects will be there, theoretical subjects are there, numericals can be there, numericals you have to type, there will be no MCQ pattern questions, and apart from that 25% negative marking will be there. Maybe chances that out of 100 questions, some questions will be of 2 mark, 1 mark, 0.5 mark. We can't say confirm right now, because IIBF have not talked about it in the detailed PDF which it has been given to us. So we have to make sure we start early as soon as possible. You have to start early to prepare for the CIB, because the syllabus is very fast, subjects is very fast. You have seen now 4 subjects are compulsory subjects of yours, and each subject have 4 modules. Apart from that, 1 elective paper will be there, that will have a 4 module or 5 module. It depends what topic, which subject you choose. So first of all, do not choose the subjects on the basis of what? On the basis of your how many modules are there, or which is simple. Do make sure you are checking the future opportunities also, further opportunities in your career, then what interest you have, in which particular subject interest you have, and the other thing is what skills you want to enhance in yourself. So according to that, select your CIB elective paper. Okay, yeah, you have passed the JAIIB, Mahesh. Yes, congratulations. The CIB classes is going to start from the 9th of December. Yes, from 9th of December. So let me tell you now what batches are there for you all to help you all in your CIB preparation. So this is what you can see here. The English medium batch or bilingual batch, both the batches are starting from 9th of December for your CIB exam. Okay, English medium is there, bilingual is there, both will be available, and that will be starting from 9th of December. Apart from that, if you are preparing for the CIB exam, we know the pattern has been changed, and there are a lot of things which you have to cover right now. So what you have to do here, there is one more option for all of you, that is the CIB and Mahapack. So if I give you my personal advice to all of you, don't go with the individual subjects, or you can go with the individual subjects. But in the future, what happen, you have to purchase the other batches also. Why? Because here you will get conceptual classes. Now what you require to qualify the exam, the certain things are very important. First of all, you need a conceptual clarity. You need a conceptual clarity to qualify the exam. Apart from that, you need a proper revision. Okay, apart from that, you need a proper what? Proper practice. Practice that will be required, topic wise practice you have to do, and you have to go for the full length test. It means we can say mock test. So these are the 3 or 4 things which is very much required for the preparation. Like you have to have a conceptual clarity of all subjects, then you have to revise them very much, because you need what you need a proper conceptual clarity, because the subjects are theoretical. You have to decide at with a certain interval, you have to keep revising them every Sunday. Do make sure you are revising whatever you have studied, and then you have to give the practice test that will include topic wise practice. As you are completing 1 or 2 topics, then do start practicing those topic wise tests, and then the mock test. And all these will be available in the Maha Pack, but not in the individual batch. In individual batch you will get the conceptual classes, but as you can see, the May 2022 or the November-December 2022, if you check the batches on the offices at our website at a 24/7 application, you will see that we have come up with the revision batches, with the MCQ batches, with the case study batches. Everything was there, and that all will be included in the CIB ka Maha Pack. That's why I personally believe that you should go with the CIB ka Maha Pack, because the negative marking is there. So mock test, it is very important for all of you to give the mock test. Yes, negative mark is there in the next CIB. Correct. Okay. Yes, you have passed the paper. 150 is required, Sandhya. See, the individual subject need 45 each, and the overall should be your 150, and you got 156, you qualified the exam. Okay. Sachin, you have not qualified. I think your total is 149. So you needed 150. Now, so this is the opportunity for all of you to make sure that you can enroll in the particular batch and start early as soon as possible. So you have 2 options. You can go with the individual batches. You can go with the CIB ka Maha Pack. So right now, if you purchase the Maha Pack and if you use the code Y496, you will get double validity as well as 81% off. Both will be available in the paper in the Maha Pack. Okay. And if you are going with the individual batch, you will be getting the 81% off here also. So this is the offer right now going on. To enroll in the offer, what you have to do, you just have to go to the visit at a 24/7 application, or you can go to the website also. Hana, if you purchase the product from a 24/7 application, you will get 1% additional score. Okay, so at 1% additional discount. So click on the JIB CIB. If you want to go for the individual batch, you can see CIB 2023 is written here. New syllabus will be there, new pattern will be there, or you can go with the JIB and CIB ka Maha Pack. Just click on there and you can find here the CIB ka Maha Pack. Click here. So right now 6 months validity is there, but because the double validity is going on, 12 months validity will be there, 1 year validity will be given to you, and 81% off. So it includes the current 2022 and the new syllabus 23 also. As you can see that the new batch for the CIB is going to start from the 9th of December. So new pattern will be added over here. Okay. Apart from that, what you will get here, you will get all the live classes. That will be your conceptual classes, your revision classes, your MCQ classes, your case study classes. Whatever classes we are planning for your CIB exam in the next 1 year, you will be capable of getting the enrolled by itself, because if you have enrolled in the Maha Pack. Apart from that, you will get the ebooks also, you will get the mock test also. Everything will be available. If you are enrolled here, you don't have to go anywhere else. Okay, everything will be available here. So you can read the details. The mentors will be here who are going to teach you in this particular CIB Maha Pack. Click on the buy now. When you click on the buy now, this particular window will open. Here you have to add the code, that is Y496, and click on the enter. So when you enter that, you can see 80% off is showing on, and 6 plus 6 month validity is there. So if you purchase the same product from our 24/7 application, you will get 1% additional. Okay, you will get 1% additional discount here. So 81% discount will be there, and the double validity will be there. So by only paying around 6,400, you will be capable of getting 1 year validity with all the things available. Like I have told you, live classes of all the conceptual batches, revision batches, MCQ batches, case study batches. Apart from that, you will be getting what? You will be getting here the ebooks and test series also. So by paying only 6,400, you will be getting 1 year subscription of all the batches of the CIB. CIB also have problems. What kind of problems you are saying? The detailed syllabus has not been given yet, Amir. The detailed syllabus has not been given yet by the IIBF, but yes, the modules I have discussed with you. Okay, you can check the modules. And if CIB is typical in next, because yeah, we can say it will be hard, Mahesh, it will be hard, but not impossible to qualify. As I have told you already that whenever the pattern has been changed, the first attempt will always be easy. So that's the right time to prepare for the CIB, because just now you have qualified the JIB, you have completed the LRB, right? That's the one detailed subjects in the CIB. Apart from that, you have studied the financial management and you have a link with your exams right now. Okay, so if you go for the first attempt, that will be a we are expecting that the paper will be very simple this attempt in comparison to further upcoming exams. So it will be easy for you to qualify, because of certain things you have already covered in the JIB. That is going to be help you in the CIB. So that will be the right time. And how to ignore the negative marking, I have told you there are 2 or 3 things which you have to do. So those candidates who have not watched the morning session of mine, which I have taken at the 8 AM, in which I have discussed what are the crucial points you should follow to qualify the CIB in the first attempt, that is going to happen in the May and June. Do check that particular video. Okay, I have discussed what you have to do in the particular session, in the particular preparation of the CIB. So don't be worried about the negative marking. Negative marking is not the problem. The problem is when you start preparing. If you keep thinking about these things like there is a negative marking, there will be a 5 subject, 1 elective and 4 compulsory, how to cover it, that is going to give you the problem. Okay, not the negative marking. So start early as soon as possible. Yeah, there will be a numericals in which there will be a numericals that will not be in the form of the MCQ. You have to type the answer of those numericals, Santosh. Okay, but now not the proper detail has been given by the IIBF. IIBF has said that maybe there are some numerical questions. There will be not in the part of the MCQ pattern, but you have to type it. You have to type it on the keyboard. Ravi, you have qualified. You need it. See, those candidates who are in the kind of juggles like I have qualified this JIB or not, so I will tell you, in each subject you need a 45 score and minimum 45 is required in each subject, and overall 150. If your all the subjects includes your PPB, AFB and LRB, if you have more than 150 score, you have qualified the exam. Okay, don't have doubts. You have qualified the exam. Okay, any other doubt? Is there any other doubt? Let me know. So this is what we have discussed about the CIB. If you know, if you want to know how to start, from where to start, all I have discussed in the morning session, do not forget to watch that particular session also. Okay, and this is how you can enroll it. If you want to go for the individual batch, the pattern will be same. The procedure to enroll in the individual batch will be same. You have to go on the CIB 2023, click on the particular batch, English medium or bilingual, whatever you want, and type the code, that is Y496. Click on the apply, you will find 81% discount here. So Mahapak will have 81% discount, and the double validity right now going on by using this particular code Y496. You will get this benefit. Okay, so congratulations to all the candidates who have qualified the JIB, and now don't have any doubts that we should give the CIB in the next attempt or not. You have to give, because this is the right time to give the CIB exam. You have already studied 1 or 2 subjects in the JIB, that is going to help you in the CIB. So do not have a doubts. You have to fill the form for the CIB in the next attempt. Okay. Right now, Amir, I have told you now the detailed PDF or the topic wise PDF has not been given by the IIBF. So wait for the certain period of time. As soon as the PDF will come, we will be providing you the detailed description of the syllabus. Okay, don't worry about it, Amir. CIB classes is going to start from the 9th of December. Okay, so the exam AFB was cleared in May 2022. So no issue, Ravi, the credit will be available for you in the JIB. So if you have got all the 3 subjects minimum 45 and out of total score 150 plus or 150 even, then you have qualified the JIB. Okay, and don't worry about the syllabus. As soon as the detailed PDF will be disclosed by the IIBA, we will be here to discuss that also. Apart from that, the CIB classes is starting from 9 December. So if you have to fill the form of the CIB in the next attempt, because this is the right time to qualify the exam. Okay, so yeah, your total score, Ravi, is more than 150. Now you have qualified it. Anurag, you have qualified the exam. Congratulations, Anurag, Dinesh, Ravi. Yes, you have also qualified, Medansh. You have qualified the JIB. Very congratulations to all of you. So don't get confused. I am telling you now, like if you have how you can decide that you have qualified the exam or not. First of all, you needed 45 in each subject. 45 in each subject. And the overall score should be 150 or more than 150. Then you have qualified the exam. If you have got these scores, then do start preparing for the CIB. No doubt should be there. You have qualified the paper. Okay, very congratulations to all of you. Okay, so let's end the session here. I think I have discussed everything which was required to prepare, which is required for the CIB exam. So if you are having a doubt, just check these things, these 2 things. If this is there in your score, you have qualified the JIB and you can go for the CIB. And again, I am repeating that the CIB Mahapak is having a double validity. This offer is valid till today only. So do not forget to enroll as soon as possible. And the new batches are starting from 9 December. To enroll in any of these, you can use a code Y496. You will be getting the 81% discount, and all the Mahapak you will getting the double validity also. Okay, so let's end the session here. See you all in the next session. That is going to happen in the 6 p.m. in which we are going to talk about the JIB exam, that what are the JIB subjects are there and what should be the criteria to qualify the JIB exam in the next attempt. Okay, so thank you all for joining the session and all the very best for your exam. All the very best for your next exam. Start preparing for the CIB, and those candidates who just qualified the JIB exam, a very congratulations to all of you. Okay, so thank you for joining the session, and do not forget to subscribe the channel Officer Sarah 24/7, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. So thank you all, and one important thing is that do share this session with your friends and colleagues who are preparing for the same exam or waiting for a certain guidance that from where to start. Okay, so thank you all. Have a very good day.